Now, the star witness for the prosecution in the Donald Trump criminal trial has taken the stand today. Michael Cohen is Trump's former lawyer, and prosecutors are hoping that he will tell the jurors that he did help Trump illegally hide a hush money payment to the porn star, Stormy Daniels. Well, to tell us a bit more, Kethevane Gorjestani, our foreign editor and indeed our former correspondent in Washington, is with me now. Kethevane, before we get into what's happening today, just remind us exactly who is Michael Cohen?
Well, as you said, he's Donald Trump's former lawyer. He's 57 years old, and he worked for Donald Trump for nearly a decade, first with the Trump family's real estate company, and then as Donald Trump's private lawyer, especially that first year in the White House in 2017. And he was seen at the time as the ultimate Trump loyalist himself. He described as Trump's spokesman, thug, pit bull, and lawless lawyer. He even wrote in his book and said multiple times that he would take a bullet for Donald Trump if that was necessary. He was the one who in 2016 paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 to keep her quiet, and was then paid back by the Trump organization for so-called legal fees. And that is, of course, at the core of this trial. But he broke with Trump back in 2018 when he pled guilty in front of federal court for campaign finance violations. That's when the break really happened with Donald Trump. He was sentenced at the time for 3 years in prison. And since then, he has turned from loyalist to one of Donald Trump's fiercest critics. Even during this trial, he's been talking publicly about the case, so much so that the judge himself asked him to stop talking publicly about this case after Michael Cohen appeared on social media with a T-shirt that portrayed Donald Trump behind a bar. So he's really very close to Donald Trump, or was at some point, and he has now really turned on him, and he is already testifying as we speak.
Well, I described him as a star witness for the prosecution. Is that a fair description, do you think?
Absolutely, but it could go both ways. He's definitely the star, as in the opening statements, both the defense and the prosecution mentioned his name many, many times, way more than anybody else, 130 times. For the prosecution, he's definitely a star witness. He's probably the closest witness that they have that was so close to Donald Trump. He wrote once in his book, "I know where the skeletons are buried because I was the one who buried them." So who better to tie all of this together, which is what the prosecution needs, to tie the payment to Stormy Daniels and the receiving the reimbursement of that payment and the falsifying of the business records. Who better than the person who made that payment and then received the reimbursement? The problem is that he is far from a great and good witness. That's something that the prosecution has already tried to preempt, basically, showing that, yes, he does have flaws. He has lied multiple times. He was actually asked by one of the attorneys for the prosecution at the start of his testimony if he had ever lied for Trump. He said yes. He lied to Congress in 2017. Trump's defense, they're going to make the case that he is not to be trusted, that he is vindictive, that he's out to get Donald Trump. And the key to this trial is likely going to be, who does the jury believe? That he is a star witness or that he is not a credible witness?
All right, it's going to be a really interesting couple of days. Kethevane Gorjestani, thanks very much.